What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to Western Wild Survival here on Farming Simulator 22. So today, we got a couple of things to go over real quick. There was an update on the map, so I had to, unfortunately, start a new save. But I got everything back to where it was at the end of last episode. So we have our cabin here, we got all of our equipment and everything. I reset all like the damage and wear, and dirt and fuel and all that stuff to what we had before. So you can see we still have all of the same stuff over here. And we picked up this gold nugget again. Got everything reset to where it was. So I ended up painting in this field. And then I had to go through and replant and fertilize and all that stuff. Because for some reason the field setting, like the field state and crop state and everything, wasn't working correctly on this one. I think maybe because it's a custom field that I plowed in myself. That's possibly what it is. But yeah, so we got our crops back to the state that they were at, and now you can see we need to weed this field. So I got our greenhouses, our open air greenhouses back over here. Got those trees taken care of over there. And there's actually, I could see one that I missed. And actually, no, we're fine. Yeah, so I got all this reset over here. I redid the paint textures just a little bit, added some grass and dirt spots and all that stuff in here just to make it look a little bit more like matching to the rest of the farm. Eventually we will be getting rid of all the grass spots and everything, but for now I just wanted it to kind of match and look good. So out here, what we ended up doing, so let me finish this real quick. So like, if you don't know, on this map you can manually paint in with ground texture a plowed field. Now the only thing with that is that when you plow it in manually like that, with the texture paint, you don't generate stones in that field. So, which is okay. I was fine with that because that field's going to be going away after we harvest that crop anyways, so I'm not too concerned about the stones. Now out here I did go ahead and actually plow this one in with the machinery and cultivate it and everything, so we do get stones in this one because this is going to be our one of our main fields for a little while. And we got our two trees in the middle of the field like we had before, same size, same everything. So we're set on all of that, and we'll be planting this one sometime next season. We may end up doing that this episode, maybe not, maybe next episode. I don't know. I'm gonna fast forward time so we can get to plowing that field. Possibly today in this episode. But yeah, so that's basically where we're at. Got all of that covered. Everything is back up to date to where it was. We're at the same day. The only difference is we're not at the same time. It was like 4 o'clock, I think, in the evening. So it's 8 o'clock in the morning. But yeah, so we possibly have some rain coming. And that's where we're at on all of that. And yeah, we'll let's see, I'm thinking maybe, I don't think we have any, we got a couple of trees over here actually that I can get rid of and get a little bit of money. So what I want to actually do is go ahead and get some water, get like a water tank and bring some water over here to these open air greenhouses so we can get some production going over here, and that'll generate some income for us. And I know we talked about getting rid of that old barn possibly in this episode. So we may end up doing that. I need to see how much the water transport tank and everything is, and see how much money we're going to need. Because I think if I remember right, it's like almost 10,000 to get rid of that old barn, which we have to do now. But let's actually hop in the truck and take a ride up to the store. And well, before we do all that, let's pull up the store here and see what we can find as far as water transport. So if we go in here and we go to, I forget where the mod went to. Maybe it went into miscellaneous. We'll check in here real quick. Yeah, so we got, like, this is diesel. We don't need those. Let's see. These are the big ones. We don't need those. Those are big ones. So we have this one right here that does water and propane. And let's see. We got the new TLX installed. So we got all that stuff. Let's go back to maybe in animals. I think there's some liquid transport tanks in here. This one right here does water, but I mean that's $3,000. That's not bad. We could get that. We got this one for 8. We got the Joskins. And then we have these guys right here that do water. 25,000. That's a little more than what we want to spend. 25 again there. This one right here would be a good one to start with. It does water as well as other stuff. This one right here, it's an old wooden trailer, which this right here would actually fit the rest of the farm, and it's only 2,000, so we could save 1,000 there, and it holds 1,000 liters of water. And I think we'll go ahead and pick this one up. So let's check what we can do for the main color. Old, really old, gray old. Let's just let's go with this. Yeah. So we're looking at 2,000 there. Let's go ahead and buy this. And let's take the oh shoot. I forgot to turn off the deliveries. So we don't actually have to go to the store. Let's get rid of that. And let me hit that. Get rid of that. So our tank should actually be right over here now. That's my fault. When I was resetting the map, getting everything back to where it was, I had the store deliveries on just to make the process a little bit quicker. So yeah, this is what we have. Now we got to find the water point on this map. And let's get backed up to this thing and get hooked up here. The only thing I don't like about this that the other one had was it only had 2 wheels on the other one. This one has the 4 wheels, so it's got that extra pivot point, but that's okay. We'll be alright with this. Let's go ahead and pull up the map here. You see I got lease fields and everything on as well. So let's see, you got the train yard, electric station, gold hut, we got fire lookouts, gas, water fill point down here on the south end of town. Let's see, do we have any over here? There's a water fill point over there. And maybe, yep, there's a water fill point up here. So we're good. Actually, we haven't been over here yet. So let's go over to the east side of the map and take a look at that area, since we haven't been over there yet. And we'll just we'll drive the truck on over there, and we'll keep the camera rolling so you guys can kind of see this side of the map if you haven't seen it already. But yeah, how's everybody doing out there? I'm doing fantastic. Hopefully you're doing well. I am having an absolute blast with all these series that I have going on Farm Sim. Which brings me to a point that I wanted to bring up. I believe we're going to be moving primarily to farming sim content. You guys seem to really enjoy this stuff, and I've got a couple of feedback comments from a few of you stating that you would love to see more farm sim content, more of the Western Wild Survival, possibly 2 videos of this a week, which is doable, and all of that. So I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to make the move to primarily farm sim content with the occasional maybe another game or something thrown in here or there. We'll see how that goes. Not sure exactly how I want to go about that right now. So let's see, is this the water fill point? Oh no, it's over there. There's a fire hydrant. So yeah, this is this area over here. Looks like the bio plant. Got a scale house and a couple of other things going on over here. Let's get this over here. Right there should be good, I think. Maybe. Yep, there it is. How much is this going to cost us? Alright, so we got 1,000 liters. It looks like water is free, so that's a good thing. Go ahead and make our way back over to the farm. So yeah, this is the side of the This side looks like a slurry pit over there, maybe. That's this side of the map. We still got to check out the other side. I don't think I brought you guys over to the train yard last episode. I was taking some logs over there. So eventually we may go over there, but this truck is really struggling to pull this. We're getting it though. No big deal. Eventually we need to look into getting a bigger tractor and possibly a bigger seeder for this field, because this field up here is going to take a long time with what we have right now. But we'll figure all that out as we go. Like I said, there's a couple of logs, a couple of trees I can get rid of there in the farm, in the fenced-in area, and make a little bit of extra money. And then we have the productions on the greenhouses that we're fixing to get going right now. And that'll generate some income, and we can hopefully make some upgrades to our equipment. Now, as far as a harvester goes, because we're going to need a harvester this episode to harvest that field, I may end up having to lease a harvester, unless because I added a ton of mods into all of my save games, just to give us a little bit more option as far as things to choose from. So there may actually be a harvester in there that we could pick up pretty cheap. We'll take a look at that here in just a minute. I need to actually add a little roadway right around this way. Alright, let's see if we can get up here next to the fill point. There we go. Alright. Hit that button and unload. So that took all of that 1,000 liters of water. It's okay, so looks like I can't do that. So we'll have to go in the fence to get to this and see what we have. So water. So that 1,000 liters put just a little tiny dent into this. Now we have all of these. So open air garden, open air garden, open air garden. So all three of our open air gardens. So we have choices to add fertilizer, get a little bit more output, but we're not going to do that right now. What we need to look into is what we want to grow. So we can do sunflowers and potatoes. That's new. In these open air greenhouses. So let's actually take a look at the map here, or the prices. So we're at $1,900 for the sunflowers at the train yard. And scroll down here, we got a bunch of extra stuff that we could do with some of the other mods that I have installed. So let's take a look at strawberries. We're at $618. We're at $12.25 on tomatoes, and lettuce $2,500. So it looks like maybe lettuce is what we're gonna go with for now. Let's go to our productions and let's hit lettuce, and let's go ahead and activate the lettuce. Alright, so we have lettuce going in here. We need to go get some more water and fill up. I don't know if we're going to fill these up all the way. We'll fill them up just enough to get us going on some production on all three of these greenhouses. So let me go get some more water and at least put maybe 2 or 3 tanks in each of these greenhouses, and I will bring you back in just a minute. Alright, so we got all this filled up. What I ended up doing was putting a little water point here. It cost us $10 per 1,000 liters, so that's okay. It is what it is, and I did a little terrain work there just to make it look like it's been driven through. So that way we don't have to go back and forth to the, to the towns and stuff. I thought we had a water point in here already, but I guess we didn't. But that's okay. So yeah, we got all these set up with 3,000 liters of water and set to lettuce. All of them are ready to go. They're working. So now what we need to do is look at getting rid of these weeds. And we're going to take a look in the store because we need to look at something. I'm going to see if there's a weeder. Now we could possibly do actually we don't have anything to do liquid herbicide, so we're gonna have to look into a weeder and see if there's anything in there we can afford. And from there, we're gonna take a look at the harvester. So let's go ahead and jump in here to the store, and let's go in here and take a look at where's it at? Where's it at? Okay, wait a minute. I thought there was a section for weeds specifically. Right? Am I guess I'm mistaken on that. So we'll let's see here. You know what? Let's go ahead and let's pop in here and take a look at the harvesters and see what we have. So as far as modded harvesters, we got these. These are pricey, 118, 130. We got this one for 21,000, which we can get. We'd have to see what we can get, if we can afford the header for it. We also have the New Holland. We can't get that. We also have this right here, which is 12,000. It's a very interesting looking harvester. It's the lizard. Okay, so this is the Vistula. I've never even heard of this. So we may end up starting with this just because it's on the cheaper side. We can go with lizard tires, wheel setup, standard 2. That does add money to it. We're not going to worry about that. Additional covers. What does that... Oh, that's just... we're not going to worry about that. Sticker type old. New. Yeah, we'll go with old. No GPS. And we can change the red color. Which is interesting. There's all red. All red. Yeah, something like that actually makes it look... It takes the brightness down a little bit. So we could change the yellow to... What did that change? What did that change? Oh, that changed this right here. So we could change that to like a beige color. Maybe like that. And then we could also change the wheels to that. That looks good. I think we're going to go ahead and pick this one up for 12,000. That way we have a harvester ready. And we'll go pick that up at the store in a minute. And let me actually... Yeah, see, this we'll get into that eventually. It's just more than what I want to spend at the moment. So let me take a look around and see if I can find the weeders, and I'll bring you back in just a second. Okay, I found the weeders, and it was actually, who would have thought it, under weeders, right? Let's see, this is a crop cultivator. This doesn't make any sense to be in the weeders. That's interesting. So we have this right here for 9,500. We can pick that up, and I think that's what we'll end up doing is hopefully, let's see, it takes 60 horsepower. So yes, our little Ford tractor can run this. Don't know if it actually rolls on the wheels. Hopefully it's not going to be too heavy for our tractor, but we'll go ahead and pick this up. And let's go back, and let's go ahead and take a little drive up to the store and pick up our weeder, and we'll go back and get our harvester. We'll take a look at it while we're there. So, yeah, here we go. Alright. So we'll make our way up to the store here. And so there's a couple of other things I wanted to touch base on that I asked about in the last episode, as far as like Discord server, and you know, I made mention that I have the Instagram page profile set up for the YouTube channel. So Discord, I think we're going to hold off on the Discord for a little bit longer and let the community grow a little more. And the reason behind that is when I was live streaming on Twitch a while back, a couple years ago, I did have a Discord server set up, and it kind of fell flat because I didn't really have that much of a following. So like the community was like the Discord was very stale. There was nothing really happening in there except for just a couple of people that would chime in here and there with some stuff. So I ended up getting rid of that Discord. I don't want that to happen again with this one. I really want it to be a fun and enjoyable community that we can all hang out in and share farm sim stuff, maybe some other games that you're playing, and all kinds of different stuff. So with Instagram, I just got, at the time of this recording, I just got back from Lowe's, and I picked up a bunch of wood, and I'm going to start the sim cockpit build that I was talking about, and I'll take some pictures of that and post some updates on Instagram, so you guys can kind of see the progress from start to finish on that. I'm only going to be building the base, I think, this weekend, and get into the other stuff, because I got to get the base built and then take measurements for everything else, as well as get the seat mounted and everything. So it's going to take a couple of weeks to get this sim cockpit built, but I'll be posting updates on Instagram, pictures, and all that stuff that you guys can go check out. So the link to the Instagram will be down in the description below, and you can also find it on the channel banner. There's our harvester. We're going to hop out of this in just a second. Let's get this hooked up. Ooh, that puts some weight on it, but looks like we're going to be okay. Let's turn that off so we can save some fuel. And let's take a look at our harvester. Yeah, look at this thing. Let's hop in here and fire it up. Oh my goodness, that thing is... Wow. Yeah. Oh, it's going to be fun using this thing. But hey, it's kind of the point of this series. You got to start somewhere with old junk equipment. Now, we probably could have looked around and found a weeder mod that was a lot cheaper. I know there's like some old rusty ones and homemade ones out there in the mod community, third-party sites, and possibly even on the mod hub that I just didn't see. But we'll be all right with this one. It'll be good for both fields. For now, like I said, that small one that's inside the fenced area is going to be gone after this harvest. And next planting season, we're going to be throwing some kind of crop in the big field. But yeah, for now, we're going to get down here to the field and start weeding. So I will see you there in just a minute. All right, we're here at the field, and we're going to go ahead and drop this thing. Nope, that's to fold it. That's that. All right, so we're going to go ahead and drop this thing. Oh, it takes grass out too, so that's interesting. I didn't know that. So this is a very slow-going process with this small tractor. Like I said, we're going to have to look into getting some bigger equipment, and maybe we'll take a look at one of the bigger tractors if we can make some good money off of this crop. I don't really expect to make a whole lot off of this. It's a very small field, but it was something just to get us rolling and get us started. So yeah, see, it gets rid of the grass around the field. I don't know if I like that, to be honest, but that's okay. We'll live with it for now. And like I said, we got to look into some bigger equipment and all of that anyways. So we're gonna try to start making some major progress on this series. I want to make sure I keep it interesting and entertaining for you guys. And I really enjoy the slow progress, the grind from bottom to making a big massive farm. But I know that can get kind of stale and boring after a while, as far as watching from a viewer standpoint. So we're definitely going to be making some major progress here, and I would say once the next planting season comes around is when we're really going to buckle down and start trying to turn a profit on everything here on the farm. So alright, there's our first pass around the headlands of this field, and it looks like there's still some weeds in the field. It's definitely getting rid of some of them. So, but yeah, that's all right. But I'm gonna knock out this field real quick, and I'll bring you guys back in just a minute. All right, we're back, and we got that field weeded. We're back up here at the store. We're gonna go ahead and pick up our harvester and bring it down to the farm. Give this thing a little test drive. Well, this thing makes a lot of racket, that's for sure. It's quite slow, but it'll do for now. It'll do for what we need. And, you know, when it comes time to harvest the other field, hopefully we'll have enough money to buy us a little bit bigger and newer harvester to, you know, get the field done just a little bit quicker, because that's a much bigger field, and we're definitely going to need the bigger equipment. But yeah, this harvester is hopefully going to do us good for now. I'll get this down to the farm and bring you guys back in here in just a minute. Alright, you guys, so we're back, and I ended up just going ahead and skipping ahead here to harvest time so we can put this new harvester to the test and get this field harvested. As you can see, it is ready to harvest. And so I went ahead and got rid of those trees over there and sold those off to get just a little bit extra money. And we ended up buying this grain wagon here. And yeah, that's what we're going to be using. And let's go ahead and hop into our harvester and get this harvest underway. Alright, see if I can remember. So I think it is, let's do this. And, okay, so there's no unfold here, so if we do lower. Okay, so that's on. Alright, there we go. Alright, let's go ahead and get this harvest underway. So yeah, this is gonna take a little while to do here, so we'll sit here and chat for a little bit, and then I'll cut away until after the field is done. So you can see it's not leaving any hay or anything on the field, so that's good. We don't have to worry about dealing with that. So I went ahead and, as I said, skipped ahead here. So we're harvesting. I got rid of those trees, got some money, got the grain wagon, and I'm trying to think of what else I want to accomplish in this episode. This is going to take quite a while, and I've already been recording for about an hour and a half. So I got a lot to edit down here. And as you can see, actually, over here on our greenhouses, we have 9 pallets of lettuce that are ready to go. So we may end up selling those off after this harvest as well. So with this harvest, we're going to have to wait until, I believe it's September, when the highest sell price is up in the market. We'll double check that. But in the meantime, we can go ahead and sell that lettuce and get some money, and hopefully we can get rid of that barn today as well. That's one thing I wanted to accomplish today. So we'll I think it's about 9,000, almost 10,000, somewhere around in there, to get rid of that barn. So we'll double check on that as well. And yeah, so far this has been a pretty productive episode. Might not seem like it, but a lot has been done off camera as well to you know, save you guys the pain of watching me do all the trees and all that stuff. So I do believe there is a little bit of weeds still left in this field, so we may end up getting a pretty poorish kind of yield off of this field, but that's okay. I kind of expected to not do too well on this field because it was a new field, you know, a small field and a temporary field at that. So we'll look into also buying the Scout to take some soil samples. That way we can get some more precise seeding and fertilizing. And we also got to get some lime on that field as well. So it is plowed and cultivated. I did end up turning on periodic plowing. I originally had that turned off, but I did turn it on. You know, mostly because, I don't know, I kind of want to, like, I want to give myself that extra little bit of challenge in this series, so I went ahead and turned that back on. But yeah, so I think that's all I got planned for the rest of this episode. So that's what we're gonna work on. Also, I ended up getting our truck stuck over there when I was trying to pull the logs. I forgot I turned on. I put a mod in here. I can't remember the name of it, but there's a mod in here that basically allows you to get stuck if you're hauling something too heavy. So we'll have to figure out what we're gonna do with that. I think we're gonna sell that truck, and look into possibly getting us a bigger tractor that could do just about anything, really. I don't see the need for the truck and a tractor at this moment. Well, I mean, right now, yes, it is nice having the truck and tractor, but if we get a bigger tractor, I don't see a need for a truck. Yeah, we could basically do everything with a bigger tractor, and eventually we will get another truck because I want to do some fifth wheel stuff, like with our gooseneck trailers, so like for hauling bigger equipment back to the farm a little bit faster than driving it down, as well as once we get into animals, which is another comment that I want to touch on, that I think what we're gonna do is go for pigs and do some pigs. And really it's because like I don't honestly remember ever really messing with pigs all that much. It's always been cows or sheep, which I've barely even messed with sheep either. So I think what we'll do is we'll start out with pigs, and we're gonna need to be able to pull a trailer, which sure we could pull the trailer with a tractor, right? But I think I want to use the truck for that, so I'll have to get a bigger truck that has a gooseneck and everything in it, so we can deal with that. But yeah, I think we're gonna do pigs, and then we'll get into some horses as well, which means we need to work on getting rid of those old pens over there. So we'll work our way that way. We're actually to the point now to where we can start working that way and clear out some more trees, and eventually we got to replace this old fence around the property as well and get us a little bit nicer fence. And not sure which one I want to go with just yet, but that's the plan so far. And yeah, let me go ahead and knock out this field here, and I'll bring you guys back in here in just a minute. Alright, you guys, we got that all finished up, and first thing I want to point out is that we went ahead and switched over to this harvester, and the reason being is that other one, for some reason, every time I would unload into the grain cart and then go back to harvesting, it would crash the game. So I got rid of that and swapped us over to that one. Our money is still well, it's like $200 less than what we had, but anyways, it's still basically the same. And we got this field harvested, and yeah, so I think from here what we want to do is we got our grain cart over here full. Well, it's not all the way full, but we have our grain cart over here. And so November is actually the best time to sell the canola. So I'm thinking we'll hold on to it there until November. So what we could do actually is we don't really have any way to load these lettuce pallets, so we need to work on that. So I think what's going to happen is, you know, let's go ahead and sell this truck over here, and I'm gonna have to sell it where it's at because it's stuck unless it reset. Yeah, it looks like it's reset, so let's go ahead and hop into this truck here and take it on up to the shop, and we'll go ahead and sell it. Actually, man, I don't know if I want to sell this truck right now. You know what? Let's go ahead and sell it. We don't necessarily need it. Our tractor could pull everything that we have, so we'll drive this up to the shop so we can sell it, get a little bit more than selling it from our farm, and we'll take a look at some of the tractors in the shop and see what we want to work our way towards next. I'll probably go ahead and start getting rid of a lot of trees on the farm to make some more money, and that'll be off camera and in between episodes. So let's get up here, sell this, take a look at some tractors that we could get like a front loader on. We can load up some pallets, and possibly maybe a flatbed trailer to haul our pallets. So we'll get over here and sell this real quick. I believe the sell point is right here. So it's been a good truck, but it's time for us to let it go. So we're gonna get $1,500 for it, and I don't think it's gonna be worth doing all of this just to make a couple of extra $100 or whatever. So we'll go ahead and get rid of that, and let's tab over to our farm here. So okay, now we're up to $5,900. That's not enough to get rid of that barn, and what we need to do is hop in here and let's take a look at small tractors. And I have a bunch of modded tractors added into here that we can take a look at here. So right now that's the one that we have. Let's see, 47 horsepower. See, we're working with 100, so we need more than that. 85, 32, 30, 18. And then you got some of these John Deere tractors. You can get 105 horsepower, so 5 extra. Let's see here, 90. You got 44, 60, and then here's some other Ford tractors. This one right here, we could upgrade to this one, $44,000. We'll have to get rid of a bunch of trees, which is not a problem, but we could definitely get into this one, and I think we can get the front loader attachment. Yes, we can do a front loader attachment on this tractor. So what do you guys think? Let me know down in the comments below. Should we go for this Ford tractor? Or maybe go for something else? It's going to give us 36 extra horsepower. We also have this one. It's only 68, 82. This one's 150 horsepower. I don't know if we can get the... Yeah, there's no front loader attachment for it. It's a cool looking tractor though. Let's see. Then you get into all of the base game stuff and DLC stuff. We could, let's see, so that one back there is 44,000. Let's see, 75, 95, 117. That's 100. 95, so 145, so $76,500 compared to the 44 for this 7810 Series 3 Ford tractor. I think that's the one that we're going to work towards. Get some money in between episodes, selling some trees. And let me know down in the comments if you have any other suggestions, and we'll take a look at that. Let's see. Flatbed trailers. What? Let's see. Miscellaneous. So there's this one. It's cargo cart. It's only $1,500. We could definitely pick that up. It can't really hold much, so it would take a little while to sell things, but $1,500, that ain't bad. And we can sell, we could actually go ahead and get this so we could sell our lettuce. That might be a good idea. But no, we don't have any way to load them up. So, yeah. Well, there goes that idea. Let's see. What else do we have? We don't have anything else in here. Yeah, so we'll work towards that and another tractor. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. And unfortunately, we did not get to taking down this barn yet. So, but we did do our first harvest, and yeah, so we got our grain cart full and all of that. We did accomplish some stuff today. But that's going to be it for this episode, you guys. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you have not already. And feel free to comment down below with any tips, tricks, suggestions, and all of that fun stuff. And I will see you guys in the next episode.